We were dancing, more like raving, at a chagiga the other day. My friends and I go wild, we'd have it no other way. And then we hush up and move into lines neat and straight. We all hold hands and sing about how long our people had to wait for a land that was their own. And the sweat is dripping down my back. I stand with the kids who kept my sense of self intact through each teenage heartache and hard-teachered class. And I think this here is my home.
Avos de Rabbi Natan tells about Akiva and the stone, how drop by drop the water made this rock into something it hadn't been, how Torah softens hardened hearts in ways that you can't tell apart day by day. But 4 years later, it's changed our ways. The first issue of The Buzz in our first year at SAR emblazoned with the headline, "All beginnings are hard," a rocky start for freshman class of 2020. Anyone could see the strides we've made. If we started off as rocks, then look what we became. Tell me what it is. Tell me what we've found. As freshmen, we entered this house. As seniors, we ruached it down.
Maybe it's the sunlight through our glass walls, all vitamin D and open plan halls. Where else could you find such ideological architecture? Nothing sequestered from the outside, but the Beit Midrash is our core, and we've got no walls to keep it separate from our lives. We call the conversation grand, but it's something else that's constant. I cannot stop myself from wanting to have my bones be building steel and an outside so transparent. And if God would build a base within me, then know that I will have it.
To learn in chavruta or alone, with fellows who remind you to put away your phone. Maybe it's the teachers who we steig with like old friends. Maybe it's our family getting bigger. Do you remember when Miss Brandress made us witness to that bald eagle's birth? It cracked that egg like foreshadowing. Yes, it left the nest first. But we will all so soon be saying goodbye to our land, to our parents' homes. Rabbi Harkstark said on a recent Shabbaton that Avram wasn't chosen at all. God chooses all of us, but He rose to the call. So when we cast off the places we've known, Hashem is summoning each of us to grow. So maybe it's the way we're taught. The divine is near and not so far as some may have believed. Maybe it's the way my teachers say the Jewish people are waiting for someone like me.
Maybe it's Eric's easy dunks lifting all our hopes, or 15 max Parnasses, the only limitation us SAR students know. Maybe it's administrators who hate your freeze and know your names. You won't get off the floor because you cannot be contained. The bus fire burns in all our hearts, setting us aflame, and fuego for team spirit at our Sting Sports games, or homecoming throats soar from all of our shouts. Was it sophomore Purim or color war which trickled in and changed us, drop by ounce?
What a velvet finish to something we aren't prepared to leave. So thankful for what we had that we just might forget to grieve. We're beginning something new. Here's to another rocky start. Let's hope it ends like this one did, 138 hearts like one, beating up upon this stage. I didn't feel us growing up, but look how well we've aged. In singing that Hatikva, I had a sense of pre-nostalgia. Can you imagine? Because a place like this doesn't stay forever. Next year is big, but how could something be better than this school that brought us together and helped us come into our own? And I distinctly remember thinking, I never could have guessed how much SAR would be my home.
If this
would have
been
as far
as it
went,
it would
have been
a pretty
typical
senior
year
win
color war
again
rule the school
get
senioritis
make a ruckus on the
6th
floor
do
senior
exploration
and ride
off
Into.
The sunset.
While.
Wiping.
Away.
A tear.
But.
There are more than 275,000 infections worldwide.
Tonight, New York City releasing new numbers on the pandemic.
School shutdowns as a precautionary measure could be crippling.
That's not exactly
How it
played
out.
Instead.
We got.
A once.
In a century.
Global.
pandemic.
Zoom.
School.
Social.
Distancing.
And ending.
Hour.
Senior.
Year.
Trying.
To hold on.
To a sense.
Of unity.
And community.
While
We sat.
In our bedrooms.
Alone.
Staring.
At our screens.
So. Instead.
Of an ending.
To our senior.
Year.
About.
Making.
Memories. And having.
Fun. And looking.
Back.
We got.
An ending.
about
Resilience.
And letting go.
Of expectations. And making.
The most.
of how
Things are.
In an unsettled.
Present.
And an uncertain.
Future.
Our.
Small.
losses.
Aren't.
The most.
Important.
Thing.
But.
They were.
Important.
To us.
And we.
Have learned.
To overcome them. Over.
Zoom.
And on.
TikTok.
Through
A different.
Sort.
Of senior. Exploration.
And a different sort. Of ditch.
dead.
We have.
Ended.
Our senior year.
Alone.
But
Sort of.
Kind of.
to the best of our ability.
Together.
At the end.
We were.
Physically.
Distant.
But not.
Socially.
Distant.
After.
All.
SAR. High School Class of 2020.
We learned less. But we became more.